thank you all for coming to this memorable, and I would like to also say a joyous day, because it's an event that is close to everyone's hearts. We're here for the remembrance of our dear friend Femi.
There's so many things to say about him, but there's so many. Where do you start?
Thank you.
So everybody's got something to say about him. So yeah. So I remember one event. Has anyone ever seen him drink red wine? Ever? I'll tell you the reason why. So he called me up on a Friday. This was decades ago. Called me up on a Friday, say what's happening. I said, I don't know, but there's a club in Gillingham that and we went to Kent. But if we went to Kent, we were broke as ass. Broke ass, you know what I'm saying? So he came to mine and I said, do I have any drinks at home? I said, no, but I got red wine, but I don't. And go. So opened up the bottle of red wine, half, each glass, downed it, and then drove to Kent. And then we got to the car. He was talking to me, I couldn't see. That was red wine. I hate red wine. Anyway, throughout the club, I was just floating. Throughout the night, I was floating. And all of a sudden, I couldn't find him. So I thought, okay, maybe he was chatting to some girl or whatever. I was looking then, 2 o'clock, outside, club outside, they always close at 2 a.m. So I was looking for, where's this guy? I was looking all over for the club empty. And I got to my car. And ever since that day, we stopped to cover. That's one of the events I can remember.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Oh, wow, this is on the spot, isn't it? Get to go behind, to be fair. I didn't get the memo when the black top. Sorry, guys. Yeah, what can I say about Laim, man? I think about him vaguely and literally. Every single person here would have one word. Yep. Oh, sorry, I got. Oh, yeah. Please.
Very much. Good evening, everybody. My name is Wale Olache. This is my wife, Ola Olache. The memories are kind of blurred now. Years are a bit blurred, but I think it was about that time. We were Jedako, Pastor Kola Jedako. I don't know if anybody knows him. But we had a group. We had a band that we were trying to put together. My friend, and I said, of course, we'd like to meet the parents. And lo and behold, I was shown a picture of the dad. And I said, hang on a minute, I know this guy. And I said, is his name Femi or something? He said, yeah, we call him Uncle Femi. I said, okay. It will be interesting. He's the same person I know. And interestingly enough, he came to our house along with Sister Esther on a Friday or Saturday evening. And yes, he was Femi. An interesting thing was, it was like we had only, and we just picked off just like that. And I was really looking forward to, beautiful days ahead, but unfortunately God had other plans. Can't help that, but we thank God for life. He made his mark, what he left behind. I pray that his legacy will never die. Thank you very much. I remember meeting you. Yes.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Susafu Rodado. My wife here. when they made Femi come, it was synonymous with more smoke. When Femi smokes. And then, now, they're in my house, and Joseph and Paula said, okay, we want to, we need to, guys, how you have consequences. So then, Esther, thank you for doing this to mark, to remember him, and then we support in every way we can. Thank you very
much. I had a bunch of things I was gonna say too. We're all here for Skalati. What can I say that hasn't been said already? It's everything that you want in a dad, a friend, an uncle, you name it, whatever label that I've given him. Trust me, I've given him everything. Same as like all of the above, basically. There's so many memories, I can be here sharing stories for days, but one that came to mind, as we all know, Skalati, for the vibe, the party guy that he is, someone that is the life of the party. Like, it could be 1 a.m. in the morning and he's ready to go. Like, all you need is a little nap, just give him some time to nap. You can't forget about the nap. Like, trust me, like, I'll be coming home from football or gym or something, and I'll enter the house and I'll just hear, we all know who it is, literally, yep. Yeah, he's passed out on the couch in the living room. But there was one of these. There was a night where we I don't know what the thing was or whatever, but we went out together, and so it was myself, my brothers, Michaela, Jola. Yeah, Jola. Yes, Jola was there too. Yes, yeah. Anyway, like I said, there's so many memories. There's so much memories. But this night in particular was, it was lit. And when I say lit, I mean it was a vibe. It was great. It was good. We planned to go out that night. I think my mom passed out. She wasn't even up for it.
No, I babysat all of us.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry. So my mom was babysitting that night. So that's what happened. Yeah, I can remember that. Yeah. So Mom stayed at home, she was babysitting, we left the kids with her. Uncle said, yeah, I'm not staying at home tonight, we're going out, as he does, they grabbed the keys, we all hopped in his Range Rover, the white range, you see the white range, Uncle's coming down the road. Yeah. So anyway, we've all hopped in now, and we've gone to this club, we had fun and everything. What was it? VBO. Yeah. Anyway, we've had fun, drank, whatever, had a great vibe. And then I just remember, literally, I don't remember the whole night, but I just remember our trip back. Oh my gosh, stories for days, apropos for days. And if you know Uncle really well, if you know Skalati really well, he's the apropos master. We call him the apropos master. And whenever we gather together to talk, we call it the apropos nation, or whatever. I don't know. We just name our, So there was all of that on the ride back. But the moment that struck out to me the most was when he was so tired. And I believe it was around 3 a.m. And he just said, you know what, guys? Or 5 a.m. I think, the song was coming out, literally. People were going to work at this point. So we were on the road, on this country road or something, nice houses and whatever. And he was just I'm tired. I need to pee or something, let's pull over. And then we just pulled over in this posh, nice little area. And I don't know what came over all of us that night. We were not drunk, right? It was. Okay. But all I remember was Uncle coming out to take a piss, and then we all followed to take a piss in all corners or whatever. And then I don't remember who started the madness, the craziness that happened that night. But I just remember Jonathan started dancing on the main road. He just started dancing. And my uncle just, turned up the music in the car, whatever. We literally partied on the road that morning. And it was crazy. I And then to top it all off, I think we filmed it and there was a TikTok video of it. Okay, there's a video. It's on someone's page, but I'm not gonna again. You don't have to go find it later. That was our very first like TikTok like moment with Uncle as well, and it was crazy because like he was like, you know, I don't know, man. Anyway, I'm sure you guys can like picture the way he was that night. Tired, but still full of energy, trying to give you everything. Like these kids, they're too much, but he'll still come out and do his own or whatever. And I just remember everyone dancing, and he just went back into the car. He opened the packet of crisp, I think cheese and onions, and just started eating like, yeah. And he just started eating. While watching us dance, I was like, you guys keep dancing. But anyway, yeah, like, see, that moment to me just strikes out because, yeah, that night I can never forget. Like, we had so much fun. It was like I went out with my best friends that night, you know what I mean? Like, it was all of that. And like I said, there are countless moments. We've had so much moments, both here and in Lagos as well. And, you know, the story goes on, you know, so much memories. And like I said, the legacy, the legacy continues, you know. So, yeah. Thank you all for being here. And to Skelati.
Yep, that was fantastic. So many stories we could tell. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. I believe Esther has some words for us tonight. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I feel like Michael's already said like a really, really big memory for me as well. That night was like a memory that when I get flashbacks of that, wow, it's like I can't actually believe that actually happened. That was actually really nice. But I just wanted to share a couple other memories that like just moments that when I think back to it, it's like really fond memories, like really, really good times. Another moment that comes to me is when we went to Nigeria for Mum's 50th and we went to the karaoke. Yeah. Originally, going to the karaoke thing, I can't lie, I was just like, I don't really care for this. To go with my mom and uncle and go sing songs. The idea of it didn't really sound that cool, but I was there for vibes. But then we get there and it's like slowly we're warming up. We get like some people start singing. It's like we're coming out of our shell. And I think you know how Nigeria is. Everyone will like toast you. People there will they also want you to have a good time. Everyone's bringing drinks. All of a sudden I'm licked. Everyone's just everything is messy. We're just singing random songs. I just remember, I don't even know what song it was, but I just remember Uncle picking this really like We Are the World. Yeah. He picked that song and we all just like. It's like we all just go on stage and everyone was the lead singer. Everyone was singing like they're the leader of the band. Everyone was singing rubbish as well. Wow. But yeah, thinking back to that moment, it's like we're all just, it's that moment of bliss. And it feels like time has stopped and it's just like this moment, it feels like it's lasting forever. Yeah, of just like that feeling of, it's like the enjoyment, you're around your loved ones and it's just that kind of moment that like, it just feels like it's going on forever. Like this that kind of joy will never end. Yeah, and I feel like with Uncle, he was really good at creating that moment with you. Like you have that moment with him where you just feel so connected and so carefree. That there was something about him. There was that kind of spark, that kind of joy that he brought. Even if the party wasn't lit, when Uncle's there, the party's lit. It could just be 3 people in the room. If so long as Uncle is part of that 3, the party's lit. Yeah. So that's really like the kind of memory. There's also another memory which I guess when I say this might not sound too deep, but to me it was a deep moment. If you don't know me, I can't cook. basically. But I thought one day, let me actually try and cook. Let me, Uber Eats and Deliveroo have been hurting my bank account. Let me try and make something from scratch. So I just made like a simple rice, barbecue chicken, something like that, innit, with corn. And I remember when I made it, Uncle tried it and he was like, this is actually really nice. Everyone, you should come and have some. You should actually come and have some. He actually dished out and ate, and he was telling me, yo, like, you should really carry on. This is really good. Like, you should keep it up. And I remember feeling really motivated. I was like, wow, okay. And I think of this man, yeah, he's eating. So I'm thinking, wow, I dish my food. I'm really gassed. I get upstairs, I get to my room, play the movie as I'm eating. Wow, this is trash. This is not what I thought I cooked. Whoa. And guys, I'm thinking, it's been gassing me like this, and this was horrible. But when I think back to it, I can't lie. Well, for me, I was disappointed. But when I think back to the moment, I just feel like, for me, it's like I don't know. It's the moment of, it was just a feeling of having that encouragement from him, even though deep down he knew this was not it. To tell me anyway, keep it up and try again, because you'll get there. Like, it has a place in my heart, isn't it? It's mixed feelings, because I know he did not enjoy it, but he still finished the plate, wiped the plate clean, just to support me. And I really appreciate it. But yeah, those are like the kind of memories that live with me. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I think my memory of Uncle David is, I've got different memories of him. Me and him, we used to just cuss each other all the time. I used to enjoy cussing him. We just cuss him back. You know, he's the kind of guy where, like, when you cuss him, he'll be in denial of something that you saw with your own two eyes. Like, and the way he sleeps, he'll be snoring the whole house down. You will hear him from upstairs. Like, what's that noise, Uncle? You know, so I'll come downstairs, like, Uncle, you know you were snoring so much. I don't snore. Uncle, we all heard you, the whole house heard you. Until one day I started filming him when he snored. I was zooming to his face. And I'll play it on my screen, on the TV. And they're like, Uncle, they will now start saying, Danny, why are you doing that? You know, so we used to enjoy just cussing each other, and then I got to a point where, like, you know, I started putting on proper weight. Before, if you know me from Tano, I used to be proper skinny, like, you know, I started putting on weight. Uncle couldn't wait to cuss me. He said, damn it, look at your belly, it's very, very big. So I think things like that, to me, like, you know, those are the memories I have when I think of Uncle David. You know, so yeah, it was and another thing I like as well is that Uncle David was always willing to, because I moved to Peterborough, you know, I moved far, but was always down to, like, sometimes surprise me, just pull up at the house and, you know, just chill to, like, really late. There was a time I was in a driving ban, and he was always down to, like, drive me back to Peterborough, you know, and things like that. I don't know, I don't think I can ever find that in anyone else, you know. So yeah, man, like, I don't want to keep going on and on, because me, I'm starting getting emotional. I'm trying to have a good time. So yeah, man, so that's it for you.
Who's next? Maya?
Hey everybody, what hasn't been said, everything. So, most people know, me and Femi, we used to show up at parties together, me, Femi and Estree. If they see one person, they'll ask of the other two. They see Esther, they say, where's Femi, where's Maya? They see Maya, where's Esther, where's Femi? You know, but yeah, that was us. there's lots of good memories. Okay, not to bring this whole thing down, but I'll say one of the sleep jokes. We've been talking about his sleeping. He's sleeping. There's a ton of memories of Femi sleeping. So one time we all went out and we went to Larry's 40th in Kent. Oh my God! It was me, Esther, and Femi, and my friend Angie, and Obaf, and Andrew. This was number 4. He was always there. Andrew. So we had a good time. Part of that, if you know Femi or David, if you know him, you will know that he would drink like there is no tomorrow. So usually we went there, we had partied, he went in hard with the alcohol, and it was time to go home. As usual, as Dami said, always in denial. Man, I feel drive. I do okay. Until they talk. No, don't insult me. I feel drive. Me and Esther, we're looking at ourselves because we already know where this thing's gonna be. So we finally made it out. We drove like 5 minutes. Next thing, Femi parked. He just looked at me and said, Maya and Esther, if I start this motor, all of us go die. Oh my God. Don't fight me. If I start this thing, all of us go die. And everybody just kept quiet. We slept in the car. 5 a.m. He woke up like nothing happened. I said, oh yeah, make we dey go. Straight up. And that was us every party, every outing. He would either fall asleep in Femi's house. Femi's house was the place to fall asleep. Me and Esther will beg him from, please now, let's go home. No. I think I just close the eye, 20 minutes. 6 a.m. we are still there. Next thing, Steph go make us breakfast. I'm like, oh my God. Please. Say, no, my Steph, she don't tell me. She go make us breakfast. But yeah, countless stories of our escapades. He was the life of the party. Me and Sandra were just talking about how he lived like every day was his last day. I'd never seen anybody that was so scared of missing out on any fun. Literally, he would sleep at the club, wake up and want to continue. I remember Esther's 50th, we were all tired, we had all partied. Next thing, Femi, they also, where they go? Will they go back? I think they crazy. Where you going? Would you sleep? No. Man, where they go now? Party day now. I'm like, I don't know what you're on. I'm going to sleep. Like he wanted to be up partying and partying. He would fall asleep, wake up, continue the party like, tomorrow wasn't promised. And nobody knows what he knew. Nobody quite understood how he saw life. But we all knew that he lived, It's one thing that gives me comfort every time I think of Femi, and I think that, death has come and taken this person so soon. But you cannot deny that this guy, he has lived 10 people's lives over again. Like the amount of enjoyment, the amount of enjoyment that guy had, and the way he lived. And he'll meet you, he'll meet your friends. He wants to be everybody's friends. You can't ever meet him and not know who he is. He'll introduce himself to you. Say, have you met Esther? Have you met my girlfriend? Esther. He'll bring Esther. Esther, see, that's my girlfriend. He'll sit next to you and start his usual. But yeah, he was our guy. He was everybody's paddy, and he's not gone. Every day I think about him. I remember today as I was coming, I was thinking how he would have been hustling Esther. Esther, you don't late. Esther, hurry up. You will never, every part of if you were close enough to him, you always remember the little things he'll say for every moment. He has one annoying thing he'll say, or me, he always used to mind. I don't joke again. I don't joke. They carry the joke too much. But we love him, and I'm glad that it's been a year. It's been a year, but we're still here. So still here.
Okay. We all have different memories, different episodes, different interactions with Femi. But I think we also need to acknowledge and recognize his passion for community work. For, we're here now. We've just dedicated this new adventure in his name. But that was something that he was also passionate about, taking care of people, looking after people. I've heard stories of the private donations, the private enterprises that he has set up, most of the time out of his own pocket, looking after people. So I think I want us to recognize that as well, that was also a very, very big part of his life. And we're all here, we're all witnesses to it. So I just wanted to state that, just so we know that Femi was just not about fun. Yeah? Okay. I've got Tim here.
It's okay, I don't have stories. I don't tell stories. I don't kiss and tell. But I just want to recognize Esther today. Because out of something so sad, I created this. This is beautiful. This is wonderful.
Thank you everybody for coming to honor Femi this evening. In Femi's favorite saying, God will honor you in Jesus' name. If you know me, I'm a very shy person. I don't like talking outside. Femi was my alpha male. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I know. When Femi was here, if there was any occasion where I would have to talk, I don't like putting Femi in past tense because he's still in my presence. So Femi knows that he will be the one to do the talking. He will just ask me, Esther, what do you want to say? I will tell him, oh yeah, say that. On my 50th birthday, I'll just say thank you. I couldn't say much. It was because I'm very shy anyway. So first of all, I want to thank God for the strength. I don't know where. People ask me, where do you find the strength? I don't even know. Do you understand? People say, Esther, you're a strong woman. Hey, there's one Yoruba adage that says, you understand? Something never hits you where they had. Now they call yourself strong. Do you understand? When Femi passed, it's like, half of me was dead. Do you get? I didn't want to live. Really and truly. I didn't want to live. For me, it was like everything was over. And there was no point doing anything. There was no point living. There was no point working. After Femi passed, a lot of things happened that only people that are very close to me that are aware. Do you understand? Like, my finances, the business finances went like that. Do you understand? I was, in so much debt, and I didn't care. And I was like, if I die now, will you come and chase me in heaven? I didn't care. I didn't care. Do you understand? So I felt like the world was over. That was the way I felt. Do you understand? But what they call God, He knows your needs more than you yourself. You may not know what you need, but God knows. Do you understand? So even in that time that was so down that I didn't even know what would happen the next minute. God was there. So I give all the glory to God. And He picked me back up. I fell face down. When my mom died, I thought it was the end of the world. And Femi helped me and saw me through it all. Do you get? Because I had Femi, even though I love my mother so much and I miss her so much, because Femi was there, even it kind of, balanced the pain somehow, like put shock absorber there. Do you understand? But when Femi passed, hey, in fact, I love my children so much, and thank God for good children. Do you get? Yeah, I'm not even taking any accolades because it's just God. Do you understand? But I was just like, how am I going to do this? And they said, be strong for your child. How am I going to be strong for them? I was just like, and I kept telling my children, if I die, this was done. They said, stop talking like that. There was a day I was at my daughter's concert. My children have never heard this, and my heart was. And I was happy. I think I told my, and I was excited. I was like, oh my God, me too, I want to have a heart attack. So I was so happy, like I was gonna go. Do you understand? For me, I was just like, okay, let me just go. Do you understand? But I don't know how God did it. In fact, I've never, it's an experience that I don't wish on my worst enemy. Do you understand? But I really thank God for how He picked me up, how I go by day, how I step out, how I do I don't even know where I found the strength, but God came forth. You know, when I thought that I was going to die, Mercy said no. Do you understand? So I really thank God, and thank God that we are where we are today. To God be the glory. And talking about Femi is not tonight is not about me. So talking about Femi, you know, I've come to a point that I don't know what keeps me going, but what I can say keeps me going is the fact that I don't even feel like he's gone. I don't feel like he's gone. You know, we were so dependent on each other that if I want to think, I would say, Femi, what? When he was alive, sometimes we'll be at home and say, Femi, he will not answer me. Ifemi, he'll be like, Ifemi, let me, like, don't call me die, you call me too much. Do you understand? We call each other often. If I want to wear something, if I want to make my hair, he has to tell me, in fact, the day he passed, the style I did on my hair that day, he chose it the previous night. He'll be like, Estree, this is going to look so good on you. Look at this style. My husband will be on Instagram or anywhere all night, and we'll be picking styles. By the time I wake up in the morning, Estree, come. I pick styles for you. Come and see this style. In fact, it's going to look so good. This girl that wore it didn't look really nice on her. But when you wear it, in fact, it's going to look so. So, you know, it was so. And the same way that if you go shopping, you just bring the clothes and drop it like this. Estree, which one? You start trying it on. I'll say, no. This one look like a lady's shirt. But I like it. I don't like it. You drop it, but I'm calling it. So we were so dependent on each other so much. Do you understand? And all that I miss. And this is what has kept me going is the fact that sometimes I will be so, when I feel so down, like a few days ago, like throughout the last week, in fact, the last couple of has been so, Lord have mercy. It was so difficult. I knew that 1 year was coming, and I knew it was going to be difficult. I didn't know that it was going to be this difficult. So one morning I woke up, I just got up, God, how am I going to get through today? How am I going to get through today? I got up, I prayed, I slept back, I got up, I needed to go to the office. I was just like this. So when I got up, I just knelt down on my bed, I didn't know what to do. And it was like, Femi was talking to me like, Estree, you don't fucking share, man. Not gym, man. It was like he was there telling me, fucking go to the gym, man. What's wrong with you? You don't share, man. I just put my gym outfit on and I went to the gym and I got the strength for that day. So that kind of situation comes, and I kind of believe that our loved ones that are gone, they are not truly gone. They are just, you know, they are there. Well, believers will be like, but whatever it is. But I kind of feel like he's still around, and that kind of gives me strength and the courage to carry on. Sometimes, because when he was alive, I want to go out and I'll be like, what am I going to wear? And I'll pick this. So one day I was just doing that. What am I going to wear? I just thought in my mind, I was like, what are you comfortable in? Because that's what would tell me normally. Estree, sure, we're comfortable that you wear. I say, yes. If you're comfortable, wear it. Fuck that shit. So that day I was just speaking properly. Oh my God, if Femi was there, and I would have asked him. And that kind of voice like came to me like, Estree, what are you comfortable? So I now chose the one that was comfortable to me. I was like, I'm comfortable. So those moments are the, you know, sometimes I remember it and I cry and I'll be like, I lock my door, you understand? And someday I remember I just, my motherfucker, you just left me. Do you get? So, you know, I really thank God for his life. He impacted my life so much. I was a very shy person. I was very reserved. I'm still shy. Not anymore. I'm still shy, but you know, he brought that, you know, and he's the kind of guy that does not dull your shine. Do you get? I came from a relationship where you have to dress like a married woman. Hey, mother be like, Halaye, anybody that complain about what you are wearing, come and tell me. This bomb shot, he looked good. In fact, I was like, oh my God, I've never seen a man like him. Femi is so irreplaceable. Sometimes I just sit down and think, I say, you know, really and truly, You know, apologies to all the men I know, apologies to my father and my sons and all my friends that are guys. But I've never seen a guy like Femi. If you are handsome like him, can you dress like him? If you can dress like him, are you eloquent as him? If you are eloquent as him, what are you saying? Question mark, thank you. Are you as eloquent as he was? If you were as naughty as he was, because Femi will do what pleases him, he will come and say, he will come back, he will do whatever he wants to do, and he'll come and say, you know I love you, he was just like, you cannot love him. Do you get? So, I really think it was Femi was 1 in a million. You say that in a billion. You say that as maybe to praise people as adjective or a kind of way to praise people. But this one not be praised. So Femi was actually 1 in a billion. Do you get? I don't know, honest. And another thing about Femi was down to earth. Femi, I've never seen a man that respected women like Femi. He respected women to a fault. We had housekeepers in Nigeria, yeah. If he happens to give the housekeepers a ride to the shop, he will be the one to carry the shopping bags. The housekeeper will be walking behind him like a bodyguard. Do you understand? And the poor girl will be embarrassed, like, daddy, ma fucking pay me, daddy. Who is your daddy? Your daddy is at home. Don't ever call me daddy. Call me uncle or call me Scarlatti. Don't ever call me daddy outside though. When you call him uncle outside, call me Scarlatti, daddy. See, you understand what I'm saying? So he was so down to earth. In Nigeria, when we go on holiday, someone will be like, when I sleep and wake up, where is this man? By the time I will come down, he's playing Ludo or draft maybe with the gateway, all the securities on our street. He will get, hey, Jesus. Thinking about it today, it just makes me smile. Then I'll be like, when I come, I'll be like, Estree, Jesus. Anyway, so all the security guys on the streets, all the mates, the wise friends. And when we go out, maybe to the beach or out clubbing, in fact, he will not go and sit with the people on the high table. He will go with the security, the bouncers, those were the people he was so down to earth. And he respected women. One thing I will never forget, I think I remember that a couple of days ago. If we are going shopping, I said, okay, Femi, we're going shopping. He knew that I still hate driving. I hate driving. In fact, I hate driving. In fact, many people don't even know today that I drive. So he was my driver. Anywhere I want to go, he'll be like, okay. He knew I wasn't. So if I'm going shopping, I'll be like, okay. He will wait in the car. Esther, I'm not going to follow you inside the shop because you spend the whole day. I'll say, okay, yeah, wait in the car now. So usually when we go shopping like that, he will sit in the car and he will park close to where I'm doing the shopping. As soon as I come out like this, whether it's on the phone or on anything, as soon as I come like this, he will just come out, carry all the bags from. I've never seen a man like that. And it's not just with me. It wasn't just like that with only me, with all women. As long as you're a woman, my daughter-in-law, anybody, as long as you're a woman, he will say, my mom taught me to respect women. And he doesn't like men that speak down on women. Do you understand? So, in fact, we can talk all night about Femi. Do you understand? He wasn't a saint, he was a very naughty guy. Sometimes, anyway. But, so Femi was such that cool guy. Do you understand? I really thank God for the life he lived. I remember when his sister passed, and the following day, he started lighting barbecue fire. He said, Estree, we're going to have barbecue party today. I said, Femi, sure, we're all right. Your sister just passed. He said, Estree, that is life. Anybody can die at any time. Do you understand? So, the following day, and he was doing that barbecue party, and he kept saying that, this is life. Oh, Estree, this is life. Nobody is promised tomorrow. Do you understand? And when he had his 50th birthday, and I was telling him that, and it was like, this kind of party, I want to have it every year. And I'm like, no, you can't have it every year. The next one is going to be your 60th. And he told me something I will never forget. He was like, Esther, you know that it's pompous for you to think that you see the next 10 years. It's pompous for you to feel like you see tomorrow. Do you understand? And when he passed, I realized what he said. That just live today, live as if today is your last day, because tomorrow is not promised. And if there's any comfort at all, I'm happy that Femi lived. Unapologetically. If you want vex, vex. If you want cry, cry. If you want, stop talking to him, stop talking to him. He lived unapologetic. He lived his life the way he wanted to live it, without owing anybody explanation. Do you understand? He lived so well. And thank you, everybody. I don't know, I can go on and so I'm going to talk about the charity. I'm going to talk about the charity now. I set up the charity in Femi's name. Before Femi passed, we were in a kind of place that was a worrying place. Do you understand? Do you understand? I really thank God that after he passed, God has given me the strength and the enablement to be able to do this in his honor. And that is this charity, because I don't want his name to be forgotten. It can never be forgotten. But we don't want his name to be forgotten. So David, as we all fondly call him, the charity name is David's Helping Hand. David was a giver. David will borrow money from me to go and give somebody that wants to borrow money from him. And he will say, Estree, surely I mean £500. I'll be like, this guy, he has problem. He has clinical. I say, I no get. I know Estree John now. Estree no way now. Do you get? So, and he will collect that money. I say, where's my money? Maybe the guy said we'll pay you next week. Some people, yes. If Femi, the person that you borrow that money, they say we'll pay you next month. It's 3 years now. Estree Fisile. Do you get? So he was a giver. He gave without afonema wobe. He gave without expecting anything. Do you understand? Even while we were in Nigeria, we would give. Do you understand? We went clubbing one day. My husband gave bounce at 30K. I said, Femi, what happened to the money you were holding? The 30K. Mufu bansa. And he will give his last penny. That's another thing. Femi, when someone asks him for something, Femi didn't know how to say no. So we give him his last penny, and he will now go and borrow. Please, I beg, can you borrow me £1 then? Meanwhile, his last £100 he gave it to someone. Do you understand? So that is a kind of, something that after he passed, I was like, oh my God, I need to be like this. Do you understand? So when he left, I thought about this charity. And I'm going to ask Michaela to go around. If there's anybody that would like to be part of the charity, I don't want to put anybody, it's not compulsory. Do you understand? I've been in accountability. If it's something that comes from your inside, do you understand? Then you can please support the course. A couple of times that I traveled to Nigeria, well, this is Nigeria. We are believing God to give us the grace to go further than that to other countries. But one in the so I'm starting. Sorry for people that don't understand Yoruba. I just have to. So it's from home that you carry a shot to outside. Charity. It's from home that you do charity before you start doing charity outside. So in Nigeria, you understand? We went to see this few widows. There was a time I went out. Oh my God! I have a crew of David's Helping Hand, this charity organization. I have a crew in Nigeria that they are so helpful and they are so selfless. Do you understand? So we went out to Ibadan. That day we did a full day of charity. Do you understand? And on that day, we all came back crying, broken. As in broken. And you'll be like, you are worrying over big things. There are people that I asked somebody, she was saying, how do you call mama in English? What is the English of mama? Mama is mama. So it's not a lady that was, selling mama, and I was like, and the woman was, before we go out, we pray and we ask God, please lead us to people. It's not just people that just want to collect your money and go and use you drink beer. Do you understand? Some people didn't have problems. Their problem was to drink, get money to drink and go. So we just prayed to God and said, God, please just, give us the leading on who to approach. And on this day, we went out. It was in Ibadan. We were just driving around, and we saw this lady selling from. She was there with her kids and her mother. And the mother was just sitting and she was crying. I was like, so we just got down with it. So I was like, okay, what do you say? Mama said, and they were just crying over 5,000 naira. Please, 5,000 naira. Can you change it to pounds for me? How much is it in pounds? 5,000 naira. £2.50. A whole family. They were crying because they could not afford £2.50 to restock the pomon that she was selling. So the entire family, they were dependent on that £2.50. Do you understand? You know that kind of thing? It broke us. I see we were in tears when we were after the charity outing. So you know what? So sometimes we think that £1 is too small. In developing countries, £1 will feed a family for one day. So please, nothing is too small. Nothing is too small. If you want to support this cause, I'm going to ask Michaela to just go right, just signify and call Michaela. Michaela, can you raise up your hand, madam? That's my beautiful daughter-in-law. Yeah, I want to appreciate their support as well. Herself and her husband, they moved out of their house and came to live with me since my husband passed. You know, for somebody to abandon their own house and move back home just to look after you. I'm not taking it for granted because I told her, I said, okay, don't let me see what I said.
Say it.
I said, if it was my mother, I'm not going to move, you know. I said, I'm not going to move into your house or to come and look after you. Come to my house. If you can't come, stay there. You know. I just said, okay, but I really appreciate, you know, the fact that for months, Jonathan, till they realized they didn't move out. I think they only moved out a couple of months ago. I think that was in March when I went to Nigeria. They only moved out in March when they realized that, okay, at least now you can stand on your own 2 feet. You go to work, you go to the gym, you are doing the things that you used to do. So that's when they moved out. Please let me give them a round of applause. Yeah, so Michaela will go around. If anybody wants to support the cause, please, we'll just take your name down and do us a favor of following us on Instagram. David had one, what do you call the children that they don't have mothers? Orphanage, thank you. There's one orphanage in Ibadan that David was supporting. In fact, a couple of days ago on his phone, like if unfortunately we were meant to project some stuff on the board, but because the decorator didn't put something that is thicker on the wall, that's why we were unable to project it. I wanted to project the charity we did in Nigeria. I wanted to project the charity that David actually did before he passed. He told me about it, but he told me verbally, but I only got to see the video like last week. And I saw where he was addressing the orphanage and all he was doing. Do you understand? If David would spend his last penny on a complete stranger, that is the kind of a guy he was. And I want this cause to continue. Do you understand? So please, if you like to support the cause, it's £1, £2, £5, whatever it is. But the first thing I'm pleading with us to do is to just follow us on Instagram. If you check on the program, just follow us. And if there's anything, maybe we see anything that we are doing and you now think, okay, it catches your Holy Spirit or conscience or whatever it is, leads you to say, okay, let me just, you know, give something to this person, then be able to do that. Thank you so much. I've spoken too much. Sorry. No, it was good. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless you.
Thank you. That's awesome. Okay. So, the rest of the night, we've eaten, we've drank, we've listened to speeches. DJ, let's have some music. Let's have some fun. Okay? And as Femi will say, F-U-C-K.
I said it.
I said it.